Hi, can you hear me, Jaguar? Let me know if you can hear Chief. Can you hear me, Jaguar?
William Anderson is in too. Yes, they can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. I was just getting ready to type in and ask you, could you hear me? Chief surprised y'all tonight and just came on out. Uh-huh. Okay, Mr. Waldo, I see you just getting in the house. I do want you to come online tonight. We're gonna wait and let our people start. I knew you was coming, Sun Spirit. I knew it. I miss y'all so much. I'm gonna do a little surprise with y'all tonight, though. Yes, I am. Okay, come on in. I miss y'all. Y'all watching old videos? That's why I came out. I told Mr. Waldo, I said, I'm gonna have to make time to watching old videos. Holler at me in the house where you at. Y'all know Mr. Waldo gave me y'all message. Y'all was in the refrigerator and deep freezer digging.
One of them said he found their family in
We,
Virginia.
we're gonna talk tonight. I'm glad you're finding your family in Virginia. Y'all Chief been working on so much. You know what? I love y'all. Look at it. Y'all don't even know I was coming on and y'all coming in. Okay, we're gonna let them come on in the room. We'll do a couple of little things different, I hope, tonight. We're not on our regular setup. I do want to let y'all know I've been working on so much. Haven't been in the big studio for a minute, but we're gonna change that too. I'm coming on tonight because Mr. Waldo say y'all wanted to hear from Chief. So here Chief is. Mr. Waldo, I'm gonna send you the link. I want to hear from some of y'all tonight. Y'all been hearing from me. I want to hear from y'all. That'll work. Come on in. Got a couple things I want to talk to y'all about. Even though we had a good year, there's some other things I'll need to know about. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope everybody been doing good. Tell me what y'all been doing. I heard y'all been doing some great works. Okay, I'm getting that to Mr. Waldo. I heard y'all been doing a lot of great work. I'm doing good. I just miss y'all. Mr. Waldo getting dinner cooking. We're gonna talk to you all tonight. I wanted to do a little surprise. Start off. I'm trying to get this doggone link to show in here. I always have a problem with that junk. Um, Trying to get this doggone link in for y'all. Mine's be acting stupid. But I'm gonna get it in here. Here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna get it in here. Just a minute. Come on in. Come on in. Let me see. Can I do this? Greetings from Mississippi to you too. Come on in. Greetings, Huntsville, Alabama. J Mark, I'm trying to do something. I need you. Let me see. 1 minute. J Mark, do you have my phone number? Just tell me yes or no. Hey, Wild Indian Jazz, you the one that Mr. Waldo told me if I didn't get out here and feed you real quick. You looking for food? I saw your message though.
Yeah.
Call me, J Mark, please. I'm waiting on J Mark to call me. I wanted to do something a little different tonight. Because it's actually, nobody knew I was coming on. Mr. Waldo was like, Indian Jazz is looking for food. I said, yeah, I see. She says she's in the fridge getting leftovers and all kind of stuff. She said she's spending 14 hours a day in Noreen, Oregon. I've been hearing y'all been really battling out there, though. But y'all battling in a positive way. You're sharing knowledge. That's what's so important. We 5 people from our 50, and they say we didn't say I was coming on. My setup ain't totally right. Mr. Waldo, I sent a photo of the link. You can pick it up on your phone. I'm waiting on J Mar. It's so much going on in the country right now. I really do have to talk to you all because y'all doing such a great job out there educating other people while you're educating yourself. And with these days and the things going on in this world, what I'm cooking for Thanksgiving, I'm cooking a lot. We gotta have some fun. You're gonna hear from me a little more often than you have. Mr. Waldo know I've been harvesting, cooking, everything, even planting, really. So I wanted to come on because several things. Hi, Sunflower. Several things we really need to talk about with me and Mr. Waldo been going over and over with. I wanted to get J Mar input on it and Ishmael because it's so much. It's not just what's happening in this country. It's what's happening in other countries that's going to affect us in this country. And I think we need to talk about it. Lord, Indian Jazz been eating dressing for 2 months. Well, we got to go deeper than dressing. Jazz, you was eating side dish. You got to get some meat back in the plate. I send my love to y'all too, Sunflower. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We have had the blessing of being with each other for a year. Okay, we didn't hit the magic number of 50. I'm waiting on Mr. Waldo and J Mar to one calling me on the phone, and the other one should be coming in the room. J Mar needs your help. It's your birthday. Saturday? Well, guess what? Our Ema birthday is Saturday too. So happy birthday to Sunflower and Ema. They're gonna be making their birthday, and I thank God y'all are blessed to see another year with us and us with you all. We're gonna have fun too. Here's Mr. Waldo. Mr. Waldo, I ain't getting nothing working right on there to send links or nothing. So you know what? That upgrade wasn't good, but I can get you by telephone, huh?
Yep, that's what I figured. We couldn't go one way, we could go the other.
That upgrade really have messed up the setup. So
Yeah, it just take a minute to work the kinks out of it.
yeah, and then let me see. J Mar say he has my number and I have his. Let me see, can I get it? I want to talk on some of the things, Mr. Waldo, you and I have been talking on, because we don't want to leave our audience out there not how can I say it, without leadership with these days. I want them to be able to count on us.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, ain't it?
Can y'all hear Mr. Waldo? Okay, J Mar, you don't have my number. I'm gonna give you my number. Mr. Waldo, you got J Mar number? Okay, J Mar.
I love these ice cream.
I gotta figure how I'm gonna get it to you. I thought I had I thought I had his number on my phone, but it's not there.
Check your messenger.
Okay.
I don't know if it's there or not, but at least you can check.
Okay. Don't see it.
It
should have jumped up.
Oh. I don't know if I got him on mine either, but I'll look.
Waldo checking to see if he got you on his, J Mar. I'm checking everything.
I don't.
Wait a minute.
Where the
Don't
hell
have
is
it.
it?
I don't have it. You found it?
Wait a minute. No, but I know we're going 100 milk.
Okay, y'all gonna give us a minute? That's gonna be good with your audience. In the meantime, y'all can be letting other people know that we on.
No, I got a message from Phoenix too. Hold on.
Okay, what Phoenix said?
Wait a minute. Let me see what's
He
going on.
said he sent me a message. It haven't made it here.
Group chat with Phoenix.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Let me back up. I think we got it.
You found it? Mr. Waldo say he think he found it.
No, wait a minute. Don't keep putting no words in my mouth here.
He's saying a group chat with Phoenix. Okay.
Now see it.
You see it? Send
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Send him my phone number. Y'all get to laugh at us. We doing it, but guess what? We hanging in there with y'all.
Hold on. Now I'm gonna have to go through there and get my. Just give me a minute. I got it. Tell J Mar to hold on. I'm coming. I'm old, but I'm.
He said,
guaranteed.
"Hold on, J Mar. He want to be old." He said, "Just hold on." They laughing at us.
Don't be trying to cheat me that day.
India Jazz laughing at us. She just laughing with tears just pouring out her eyes.
No, I earned every one of these gray hairs.
But y'all know what? That's what's good about this show. Y'all know we ain't over here trying to sucker punch you because we barely getting on there to get a punch in and letting on the sucker punch.
You ain't supposed to tell all the daggone secrets.
They know that by now. They know when I come on, it's gonna be comedy hour.
Wait a minute. See, you
I need to change your cooking with cheese comedy hour.
See, I'm already started out going. All right, there you go. And now, depending on how atmosphere is formed tonight. You should get it in just a second.
Say you should. I should get a call in soon. Okay.
No, you should get a. I sent you J-Mar's number. You wanted me to send J-Mar your number?
You can send J-Mar my number if you want. I'll do it. We can do it either way. It doesn't matter a whole lot.
Well, you already got here, so go ahead and hit him up.
That's what I'm fixing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, J-Mar, here we come. Good evening, Davida. Okay, J-Mar, leave it to me. You know, I'm going to figure a way to make it work. Y'all know that.
Hey, we still learning. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Very good.
We're going to make it work,
Hey.
man. Keep going to make it work one way or the other. Okay. Can y'all hear J-Mar and Mr. Waldo? Let me know while I greet J-Mar. J-Mar, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good, Chief. I'm good.
I'm sorry to
Peace to you,
surprise
Mr.
you, but
Waldo.
I really did want to get you on here. I want to do something tonight a little different. I want to hear from y'all. We're going to talk a little bit tonight. I got two more people that I want to join us, but I can't get y'all in. So we'll figure that out. But Davida, I was going to call you, and while Indian Jazz, I was going to get you on here too. But we'll figure that out later. But so far, we're going to start off with saying thank you to everybody for making this a wonderful year. J-Mar, I owe you a lot of thank yous because people don't know you back there in the back, but you're not really in the back, okay, baby? We love you. The audience love you. Mr. Waldo and Phoenix and Ishmael and I, we know how hard you are out there working. But I want to talk on a couple of things, Ishmael, and I want to get your input as well as the audience of ours. It's got so much going on, me and Mr. Waldo was talking about. And we also been bragging on how you all are really handling the social media out there in a positive with education, not fake stuff. And I want to thank you for that. That's where we should have been. And J-Mar, they telling you thank you. I know they appreciate your work. And y'all, let me tell you, tomorrow not promised to any of us. So we need to thank those who take their time and cross-reference and dig and research and let them know we love them for that. And J-Mar, y'all have made my year so wonderful. I didn't know how it was going to work out. We just about at 10,000. And last year, you know, we didn't have nothing at this time. So I wanted to publicly thank you. Okay? I think we lost him, Mr. Waldo.
No, I'm here.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't scare me like
Thank
that.
you.
You know how these phones do.
That's why I
It's,
thought we lost him. I thought we lost him.
It's just an honor to you know, conversate with you. You know, hear your message, your word, and if this is not just something that was meant to be, as if there's a thing like destiny, I don't know what it is. I don't even know how some of these things even connect or how people even gather together in some of these groups to, you know, break down some of this information. But it's definitely been a journey, and I'm here for it. And yeah, thank you.
Well, you know,
Hey, Chief, hold on. You can't never count out them ancestors. They remember their family connections.
and they've been working.
Oh Lord, yes they have. The rocks have cried out. They've been crying a lot in the last
Month or two. Y'all know I've been in that cemetery battle, and Mr. Waldo been hanging in there with me. He'll tell you it ain't nothing nice.
No.
But
No. Wait a minute. Hold on, because I gotta know this answer. Did you hear from them people today?
No.
Okay.
But I heard from somebody's. I got some somebody's, but not who we were waiting on. But what they don't understand,
You know what I'm talking about.
what I want y'all to know, some of the stuff I'm trailblazing on is going to really help them when I'm to the point where I can just hit this thing and tell them about the cemetery thing, huh, Mr. Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
But what I do want to tell you all, that Mr. Waldo brought to my attention, Ishmael, is Jamar, is how what you and Ishmael and Phoenix have done, and Indian Jazz, Davida, he done brought all y'all names up on how y'all taking it to the level of getting people to be proud of who they are and go dig in the cemetery records. Okay? That is the most. I came on here tonight. It's a drop in. My stage ain't looking like it should look right now up here for you all. But I'm on here because Mr. Waldo and I figure y'all need to know the most important thing more than a DNA. Take my word is the burial grounds. They talk. Do your genealogy. It connects you to your people and the land.
And no cemetery.
Those burial grounds are important. And, you know, Jamar, why I wanted you on here, we didn't talk about the Creoles and the African Americans, the Pan Africans, the what else? The Moors, the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Native American as being classified by the BIA, and Indians or indigenous who ain't never been accounted for. And then we watch these BIA people, Jamar, is why I want to talk to you, taking our people history, heritage, and trying to pass laws. Phoenix been keeping me up with a couple of things that they want to now get them intellectual properties. And being that y'all the main ones in the chat room, what y'all think about that topic of them wanting to create intellectual properties after they done stole our stuff from us? Tell me what you feel about it, Jamar.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because you know, they're basically trying to patent indigenous culture, basically, and that's pretty dangerous, especially when we've, you know, started to examine some of these tribes and how they got recognized in the past through some of these shady dealings. So them trying to do some type of intellectual property, meaning anyone that is participating in such property or intellectual quote unquote property will be fined?
Or found, sued, or being sued, or going to jail, or any of those things.
Yeah, that's definitely troubling. Because then, you know, you got to ask yourself, they're basically trying to claim to be the originators and trying to make it legal to even participate in American culture.
And you see, that's what I was saying, Jamar, when a lot of people went out there. I want to talk about this because this is serious. When a lot of people went out there organizing tribes, and well, fake tribes. And I'm going to use the word fake because none of them lined up to a treaty. Y'all getting what I'm saying? So they can use that, and they have used that, because instead of people going to get their genealogy, going to their cemeteries, turning to their grandparents, they just went out there and started grabbing people that they don't know, wasn't kin to them, and creating a tribe with that daggone make a chief in a box.
Chief in a box. Chief in a box.
And didn't understand the plight that I've been having to fight all my life and my grandparents. But we got all these people that just moved off from one of those other made up ethnicity with no facts, and they moved over here and they didn't understand. These people play like that. They play dirty like that. So they got the power through the BIA and the government to go in and shut you up legally. But they wasn't listening at me back when I was saying before what I was going through. So Jamar, you pretty much can understand before Chief started even her channel. I was trying to tell them these people don't play that. The system is on their side. Okay. When I was telling people to register and vote, I'm not trying to worry about Democrat or Republican, but you're going to have to elect some people in there that can bring your voice to the floor. And they have that.
We don't have.
And they have lobbyists. It's not that they more Indian than us. is that they have more money, more lobbying, and the casinos wasn't even part of the treaty. But they have ways to get money to block us. I
They
searched to
spend a
you,
bunch of money.
right? I was showing you, Mr. Waldo, we was talking about what they doing amongst themselves. They starting to fight themselves over spots. The Homer Nation had been apart and had joined up with one of the organizations they put together in 1944 in Denver, Colorado, to organize this whole mechanism. And this all go back to the summer of love. And Mr. Waldo, do you understand now how they played that game? And I'm glad we did that show. Because if y'all go back and look at the show, it's the same people, the entertainers, the Tom Ackland. Now they done made their Tumbo up all around the country. If y'all with us, put Tumbo on there. That's what we dealing with. Is
Speaking of
Tumbo.
entertainers, did you see the Buffy story come out about that singer Buffy?
No, I didn't get to see that one. You got to send me that one.
Okay.
They popping
That's
up
the one that
everywhere.
Is that the one they figured out was not an Indian while she was pretending to be one?
Yes. Up in there in Canada.
I think I sent you that one, see.
You did? I'm going to look back. Y'all, it's jumping up everywhere. Okay? This is what we failing to realize. While they created an atmosphere for people of color to, how can I put it, battle each other over nothing, they were out organizing a battle to block them out. That was part of their strategy. So the next level of blocking you is intellectual property. Y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's time we talk to our legislators, senators, to see how they're going to not deal with the Jim Crow law and find a new way to implement the Jim Crow law without saying people of color, but by being able to say they're doing it under protecting their intellectual property. Our intellectual property was not protected from them. This is serious. Do y'all see this serious issue coming our way? It's going to be hard for you to say you are an Indian or indigenous without them filing claims on you. I'm telling Noreen, I want to hear from y'all right now. I know where she at. I want to hear from y'all. Do y'all understand what's happening?
Yeah, that's definitely serious. I'm interested to know what extent are they looking to take this intellectual property to? Like, will this be maybe indigenous crafts or indigenous dance, or what are they trying to really do with this? How far are they going to take the gusto on this intellectual property? And another thing, how do they prove that the property is theirs?
That's what I'm
Hold on,
saying.
J-Mar. I'm going to tell you how they going to do it, or how they trying to do it. Frankly, my sister Chief, she made this quite clear this week. They going to take everything, including the cemeteries and everything that's in the cemetery.
We see it.
So that means your burial practices and all of that.
Okay, David Williams, let me answer you. We are the real legislators. We are the real power of the legislation. We're not the real legislators. The legislators who they're going to follow with the Supreme Court is who's sitting in Washington, D.C., who we vote locally and send there. I would like to say we are the real legislators. We are the real Indians and the real indigenous. But look what's happening coming through Texas. When the Mexican Indians, and I'm going to say it like that, coming back across the water to their own homeland, they got to come through barbed wire when we got people that has no connection to us in the Ukraine coming in on an airplane. Do y'all hear me? We got to be real. We got to really look at the real law of the Indian law and the United States law, and you got to fight within that system. You cannot go make up a system. Then you become a terrorist. You understand? That law is already in place. That's why I'm coming on talking to you all. We must organize and talk about how to protect our ancestors and our heritage.
What they trying to wall off from us?
You know, these people have lobbyists on their team. They've been organized since 1944. Y'all understand that? They know the legislators. They have lobbyists. They have the casino money to fight us and investors into their Tombo tribe. We're going to have to start talking to our congressmen and senators in these different states. They may not even be aware of this junk they trying to push through undercover. That's why I wanted Jay Moore on here. You see what I'm saying, Jay Moore? If the public don't know, I'm going to ask y'all, if you knew about this, give me a sign that you know, like, let me see, put yes. You did know, yeah, just put no, yes or no. Did you know that they was fixing to seal the mouth of indigenous people of color through them calling it their intellectual properties? If you knew it, say yes. If you didn't, say no. These people got kin folks, like somebody said, nepotism, all of this here stuff going on. All right, I see one no, two no's. Put them on there. So think about if you all, look at here, I'm seeing no's, Mr. Waldo and J-Mo. I know y'all seeing it.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Well, okay, I'm seeing all no's right now.
All right.
See, all these no's, come on, y'all, is 85 people on here. Show me by yes or no. Because this is going to tell you, because you are out there in the social media, and if you're not aware of it, think about those people who are not on social media. See how dangerous it's getting with all them no's? Davita, who's really out there, she say no. Indian Jazz says yes. Sunflower said no. Sun Spirit, no. These are people who y'all know are out here. So it's not moving for your people to be able to say anything. It's moving in their arena. You understand, Mr. Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what we got to understand. They catch us doing other things, and then they go make something happen. No, they are not planning on giving up not 1 inch. But the problem is they took what was ours. Yes, India Jazz, we gotta catch them in the act.
Still trying to take it.
The difference is we need to educate and get this across the social media. Y'all agree? J-Mar, you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
We need to start a discussion on these people getting intellectual property when they was able to use Jim Crow, and United States have never corrected the Jim Crow used on us, and Louisiana haven't corrected it here. Okay, check your state. You know, Mississippi, it was 2013 when they removed the slavery stuff off the books, and they still trying to enslave people. Look like y'all looking at it. So when you're in your chat rooms, that's one thing you need to bring up. How are we, as part of America and part of the Indian communities, are going to address? So I came on, thank you, that's what I'm doing, bringing an alert to you. A real alert, not something fake. That's real, that is happening. Then the next thing I want you to do is ask, you know, I'm not getting any money from any movie or book that I bring up. I bring stuff up when it has a base for you to look at. So that you know it wasn't just back then, it's still going on today. I told y'all about Burial. Now, how many of y'all have seen this movie about Silver Dollar Road? Have you saw that one, J Mar?
No, I haven't.
Mr. Waldo, tell him it's a must watch.
Mm-hmm. It really was. But see, I hadn't seen it either until you pointed it out to me.
So go to Prime, look at that. This is happening and have happened right now. Okay,
Yeah,
then when you
that's
heard
Silver Dollar
about it,
Road.
baby, everybody
That's
got to see that because that is what I'm dealing with. And that's what I've been dealing with.
That's what we dealt with all across this country.
Yeah, Prime. Silver Dollar Road. That's right, Nori.
Yeah, but
Y'all got that? I want y'all to watch that. Because that's how the system works together to take what you got. And if you don't sign papers, you go to jail sometimes. This is where I see, Mr. Waldo, this intellectual property heading to.
you know that's where it's heading to. You know exactly that's where it's going with that.
That's correct.
Because they need to stop this. There ain't nothing that's more important right now than stopping this. And they are working overtime to try to get that done.
Are y'all listening at that?
They done hit all the social media. They getting into the newspapers with this mess. They getting in the magazines with this mess.
Good Morning Americas and anything else they do.
Yeah, they moving it, boy. They moving it real good. You got to be impressed at the speed at which they can do stuff sometimes.
Well, the speed is this. They see the truth coming out. So, you know, they say desperate people take desperate measures. They're desperate for the truth not to come out. And the best way to attack us now is something that they hadn't thought about before, like you said, Mr. Waldo, is the burial grounds. Burial grounds talk.
That's going to be the problem right there. Because they want the burial grounds, everything in the burial grounds, everything up under the burial ground. And they're going to lock you away from your own history if you don't watch them. And that's where the problem comes in.
Hey, Finding Out Feathers, we're in a good topic tonight on what they're doing.
Hey, Chief, you remember not too long ago, last year before last, when they was complaining about the documents coming out and how they wanted to stop the documents from coming out too?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same process. It's just carrying on in steps. If they get one thing accomplished, then they move to the next because they did get some of them documents taken down.
But if they did get some taken down because it was exposing the real truth.
Yeah.
And like we were saying last night, you can't just go into these archives and just start pulling stuff like you used to. Now you got to know what you're going to look for.
And that's it.
Because so many people going into the archives. So now they're like, okay, we're going to have to shut this down. But what people don't know, that came from those federally recognized tribe complaining that the information was getting out. And they were able to get a lot of stuff, like you said, blocked. And they're going to block even more stuff.
They still looking for somebody to look like them back home, too. Because they got a problem. They still got to go find that grandma.
Now, Mr. Waldo, you brought up something last night that I want you to bring up, please, tonight. We were talking about they cutting off the records at certain roles. Those roles don't even match the agreements with the treaties, the older treaties. So how can they hold the United States to something when they got reorganized? And that's what we got to concentrate on. When did these people start these tribes they have? Now, Reem come up today with me, a new tribe in Carolina. They say they've been over there for a long time. They're supposed to be from Mississippi and Carolina. And they named it something, Mamo. Watch Mamo or something. But they're state recognized and heading for federal recognition.
Was they in the hole too?
Now, what treaty is Watch Mamo under? So you know what Watchman say they come under? They come under naturalists, they say.
Under who?
The naturalists.
Well, that's in order. How they make that connection?
I'm gonna send it to you, J Moore, right now. Kareem got that today. We minding our own business, and then here they come. So,
That's usually when they show up, man.
yep, here they is right here. And they all dressed alike, like some movie. None of them culture is different.
They all look the same too.
All of that. Okay, let me get it to this. And J Moore at the same time.
So while y'all was talking, you know, I'm researching in the back, and I pulled up that what you're actually talking about. Under, matter of fact, while I'm at it, I'll drop it for everyone in the chat. What I'm about to read. So I just dropped it in the chat. This is coming from American Indian Law Journal. And this is the Native American Intellectual Property Protection Altering Federal IP Law in the Indian Arts and Crafts Act to aid tribal economic development. And, you know, those two questions that I had about, you know, what are they trying to, quote unquote, protect in this intellectual property? Under category 2, it says Part A would be the Indian Arts and Crafts Act. Part B would deal with the Lehem Act and Native American tribal marks. Part C, under that, would be the Copyright Act and the Protecting Native Creations. Part D would be the Patent Act and the Traditional Tribal Knowledge, which goes over a couple of different things in which they're trying to implement these intellectual property laws. But what is quite interesting is if you go down to Roman numeral 5, and under possible solutions and insight from abroad, Part A specifically says modifying the definition of, quote, Indian with the IACA.
Y'all got that? Did y'all hear?
Wait a minute now. Let's slow down a minute. Because that one partner where they were trying to make their history. See? Because remember, we on here sharing history every day. That would be covered under that law.
Under intellectual properties.
That's right.
Tribal knowledge, specifically. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's my point right there. So they're going to take away your ability to even say that you're an Indian again.
That's what I'm saying.
This
So
time-
now we going
this
back
time
to
by
where my
law.
grandfather and them fell under a law like that with Jim Crow.
There it is again. And I know that
Are
we
y'all
on here every
understanding
day
all of that?
sharing history. And that's going to be illegal. So we won't be able to go in our rooms and have our conversations like we
They
normally
fixing
do.
to shut you down through the internet on social media. That's why when it hit me, Mr. Waldo, I'm like, I gotta go on tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we gotta bring this to the attention of our audience. Tell me what y'all feel about it, audience. Start typing. Type where we know what you're saying now. Because remember, somebody gonna come back, and some of those people who are coming checking y'all chat rooms and this chat, they're coming back reading what you're saying. So leave them a message.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to block your voice, your freedom of speech.
That's exactly it. And your ability to identify who you are. While these tribes got an office of self-determination included in their tribal government structure, you're not allowed to self-identify.
I gotta read this for y'all. So this is something also we have to keep in mind. It says, yet even with these new restrictions on patentability based on foreign use, companies continue to exploit developing countries, the traditional knowledge of their indigenous people and their resources. For example, some scholars have pointed out that the growing alternative medicinal industry within the United States has increased the incentives for companies to patent recipes containing plants and herbs that have provided healing properties to indigenous peoples for generations. Is that trying to take in medicinal plants also?
That's right.
Yes.
They taking your medicine.
Yes.
They taking your medicine. That's what they just took or tried to take is your medicine. Your ability
But you know
to
what?
heal yourself.
They know
That means no zinc. Wait a minute. That means no zinc, no vitamin C.
none of that.
All the aspirins come from a willow tree. They are limiting your ability to care for yourself.
I have
Just like I got a
trees.
story. Wait a minute. Just like I got a story the other day that said they taking Mucilex off the shelves right before the start of cold and flu season. They actually trying to kill us, I think.
Noreen
Noreen
put just what I feel. Jim Crow by another name. Yeah, just what I told you. That's what it is. And we do not have, even if you go, Anderson, even if you go buy seeds right now, you would not be able to sell your product, is what they're trying to do. I have willow trees on my property. I'm USDA. So you mean they can put intellectual property on the product that I'm raising and been raising historically?
Yeah, they reaching now, boy. But they're scared.
They're coming to get the last of.
Yeah.
They done stole the water, the trees, the mineral rights, our grandparents. They're coming for the gusto. We don't have time to argue. We have time to organize and ask Washington, is they going to let these people strip us? And we have to educate other people. You even have to educate these so-called scholars.
Daily.
Y'all where I'm at? And they're doing their stuff where it is stamped by the law.
We got to do this while we being attacked.
That's right. We're under a major attack.
Yeah.
This the kind of stuff I was dealing with, Mr. Waldo, blocking stuff like this when these retarded people come organizing tribes, running around with feathers in their daggone head, talking about feathers up. Well, while you trying to get a feather up, they trying to get you further back.
Yeah, they raising you.
They're going to isolate you by law.
Kill the Indian and save the man. That's what they're doing.
You need to contact your family members where you have cemeteries. Get your family tree together. Get your cemeteries marked to your people. Put your name where it belongs on your burial grounds.
For real.
They're coming for everything.
Yeah.
That can expose the truth.
Trying to strip us, that's for sure. And
y'all know we wasn't even on the cemetery talk as much as when the cemetery issue came up. When the cemetery issue come up, it threw me to have to go look at some laws, which J-Mar, I'm going to send you these cemetery laws that's being implemented around America, and people on here debating on what race they are. You better find out how you're going to protect what race you say you are.
Remember, they got a whole employee that goes around doing nothing but planting these cemeteries.
That's right.
With the permission of the federal government and the state governments. He just roam around through his cemeteries looking for abandoned cemeteries. I'm
starting to wonder about the man, you know, the suspicious videographer. You understand, J-Mar? Is he the man that leads them to these places? Because nobody gave us his name. He's just a mysterious person that was doing video. And then we still don't know who he is exactly, do we? You know, I got my suspicions. I ain't got nothing I can prove. But then looking at these cemeteries, awful daggum hard right now.
You know what I'm really also thinking about too? The mounds.
Oh, that's what they're talking about.
The mounds.
Yes.
It will also be included.
It will be included.
And
That was the
everything
first
in the
thing I
mound,
thought
just
about.
like I told you. Everything in that mound, they want to claim ownership of. That's what they're doing, is claiming ownership.
Yes, people should be putting no trespassing on their stuff.
That's exactly, they are claiming ownership over our stuff.
That's right.
And
Jim
using-
Crow by another name still smells the same. That's right. And
Mhm.
guess what? It hurts the same. We got some people who United States gave power who are now trying to control your voice, your herbal medicine.
Your ancestors take the cemetery, they take your ancestor with it.
And they want intellectual property. Then that means your local state cannot say nothing. Your local parish or county will not be able to say nothing because they have been passed a federal law to take your stuff. And with most of those laws, if you don't follow it within your state, parish, or county, they cut your funding. So what you think they're gonna do? Let their funding get cut to protect us while we fight on the internet? We better get registered up to vote. We better start finding who our senators and congressmen and state representatives and councilmen and everything.
Family Feud isn't an old show. Did you get Anna?
How y'all enjoying the meal tonight? Tell me y'all enjoying the meal tonight. Indian Jazz, you ain't have to eat just dressing this time. I brought you some more meat. There's a lot of meat to chew on here. A lot. We need to, if you don't live where your family cemetery is, you need to be meeting with your family members. If it's by phone, it's Thanksgiving. This is a good time for y'all when family getting together. It's a good time to discuss this issue that they're coming for your burials. They're coming for your intellectual property that's yours. Yeah, it might be chitlins. This junk stink. I might be serving chitlins tonight. Indian Jazz said I'm serving chitlins, Mr. Waldo. You know, with chitlins, we need potato salad and green peas. And you got to really clean the chitlins. Because if you don't clean them, they stink for real. Because you eating poop. And that's what I think we eating, some dirty chitlins right now. That Chief Warhorse didn't cook.
Now they were cooked by the same people that cooked Tom Maple and his gumbo.
Yeah, that come along with that gumbo. Tom's boat. Listen, y'all, this is serious. J. Moore, looking at it, I really respect your thoughts on this. That's why I asked you to come. What do you think? What you reading right now?
This is interesting. They're talking about going after some of these companies. They're talking about Jeep, for example. They're talking about stuff that if they can claim intellectual property over, they can benefit off of anything that has happened presently or in the past.
That's correct.
Seeking compensation behind this.
Or in the future.
Yes. Yeah. This hits so many different points that, yeah, this definitely, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous right here. Specifically, you know, if we want to talk about most of these tribes and a lot of them getting their foundation in this 1944 period, I believe that's coming off of the back of the Indian Commission Claims Act. That also came off the back of the Indian Reorganization Act.
Correct. You remember we did that one? Okay, well, I'm going with that one. We'll stay right there. We are voting citizens. I have dual citizenship in this country, and I'm not going to let one country jam my other country. If we got to go and start filing a suit, I think that's what we might have to end up doing, because United States is allowing someone to put a gag order on your mouth at the same time limiting your movement of your own history, meaning you can't go back and say grandma was an Indian without being in trouble.
Which would block the free.
Okay, somebody say, don't they have to prove themselves? Let me explain this to you, Lena. Baby, they already, that wasn't Lena who said that. Somebody asked. Yep, that was Lena. They proved themselves by the BIA saying they are who they are. We have to start bringing leverage of questioning how they got where they are.
And the time at which they got there.
Thank you.
Right? So how were they able to get all of this done in the 40s before civil rights?
That's what I'm saying.
Before they even cared about civil rights.
I think we have a way to rally our people to understanding and watching this thing. We're going to have to sue back, guys. We were left out in 1944 when they organized this jump. We were stuck under Jim Crow. We wasn't allowed to file lawsuits legally against white folks and testify because you wasn't supposed to look them in their face or walk beside them on the sidewalk. So the United States needs to answer us why Indians of color have not been rightfully put back in their place, and allowing someone who they went in because of lobbying and movie industries and the music industry, they were able to take over everything and have the nerves to tell me they want intellectual property when they took everybody intellectual properties when they came to the United States. Look at the chiefs that went to that hearing, Mr. Waldo, that say, I'm Asian, and the other one that say, I'm white.
Look at them. Look at them.
Then we got other people on the internet battling you all, and y'all at least trying to get facts of what's going on and take it back to y'all social media chat rooms. We up here dealing with nuts in these chat rooms wanting to come battle y'all. Take that energy and use it to go fight who done stole from us already. Stop using that energy on each other. Consolidate our efforts.
Yeah, because that law there is going to impact them freedmen's in Oklahoma pretty severely.
It's going to impact a lot of people.
You got to completely erase it, huh?
Just thank your Afro-American movement and thank Jesse. And then thank Obama because he threw the documents that said Negro and all of that got to be scratched from any documentation. So if you have not gotten your documentation, you better be getting what you can get. Because we're going to have this stuff to prove. Okay? Prove it. Because they need to prove, Mr. Waldo, that they own those intellectual properties. So when they sue, we got to get the government to understand, we're going to counteract on that.
Yeah.
How can America give what was already ours to these people?
Who are not us. No connection to
Without
us.
proof. All you need is the right person in the BIA and you're a tribe. What I think is going on, Mr. Waldo, is some kind of conspiracy to block people of color from having any leverage on their heritage.
They don't want you to be able to go back and claim who your grandma is. I know that.
And think about how many years been wasted in these chat rooms with the internet and the archives wide open, battling and being sidetracked till they got their junk together. Who sent them people to the chat rooms?
And that's what I've been asking. Now you're getting into the real question, because who is sending these people over there? And I don't think they're coming on their own. You just can't walk in the world that damn dumb all the time.
Jesse,
all
somebody
I
said
know.
Jesse trying to strengthen the relationship with the Guyana government. We need to have some kind of meeting on the government within the United States. How can you eliminate us when they knew the Indians who were Choctaw was dark, when they know these people dark, but when those other people who got recognition from that 1944 organization step forward and say, y'all better shut stuff down. And that's what they're trying to do. So, we have a lot to talk about, J-Mar. We have a lot to research. We have a lot of outreach. I am going to reach to my legislation and government within Louisiana. I challenge y'all to do it. Mississippi, you need to do this. And y'all know y'all about bad as us. We like first cousins on racism and nepotism. I would go cross straight state lines, right on cross. If one state do it, the other one gonna do it.
Speaking of, Chief, did you see them what they had in Louisiana with the NCAI?
Uh-huh.
What'd you think about that?
Well, it was funny because they putting on the ballot. They supposed to vote what, today, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
They was to vote today. They was to vote today if to
today.
keep the state recognized tribe or dismiss them.
They keeping them.
They gotta keep them.
They did keep them. The decision came out a couple hours ago.
They don't have no choice. If they get rid of them, they ain't got no numbers in each state.
Mm-mm.
And the NCAI is a part of these tribes recognized in 44.
Yes.
Same people.
That come out of the 1944.
That's the organization. That's the organization. That's the lobbyists that they use. They go to that organization. You can go through there. You can see their member list. It's fairly extensive. But all the tribes on there ain't even state recognized tribes, because the Homers is on that list.
Well, they state recognized. Homer is state recognized, but not federally
Oh, they
recognized.
recognized down there?
And how they get recognized was through Governor Edwin Edwards, the first Edwards. Okay. So they recognized all of these in Louisiana. They ain't missed too many Cajun communities.
Mm.
So the Cajuns and the people in Canada, that's kinfolks. We have not challenged. We have not challenged where did they and who said they were the Indians, the indigenous of this continent. But you know what? You're not going to get your people to go protest these Indian casinos because they done got them hooked on putting a quarter in it, and $1 and $5 and $10, hoping to hit a pot while they getting your stuff.
You know, I saw that was quite ironic in me reading in the National Congress of American
Okay,
Indians.
the person talking about Bruce Snell. I got some stuff gonna be coming up with Bruce Snell. Matter of fact, my aunt, Tanema, was in that book that you were talking about. And then all these tribes got her stuck on their pages, including Oklahoma. How we get left out when we the best documented. Man, let me tell you something. These people trying to spread all across America. The agreement by the treaty did not give them rights to impose laws outside of the boundary of their individual tribes.
Which is what Governor Stitt is teaching them now.
They trying to run the country.
Yeah.
And we pay them. We
They-
cannot let somebody run the country that you can't vote for or participate with. Mr. Waldo and them cannot participate with those tribes in Oklahoma. Now we got to start asking some questions. And while we still have internet, do your research.
And you right about one thing, Chief. We the best documented people in this country. Those Five Bloods and the Five Tribes, they can't match our documentation on our worst day.
And they going to 1944.
Yeah.
I had a
We
group.
all
I'm gonna
go
just
back.
touch on some stuff, Mr. Waldo, without going into it. Because if I gotta sue about the fight I'm in now, I will. And I got proof and documentation. And I want them to
I
know
told you what I had on my mind.
you still gotta fight with proof and documentation. And they use people that look like you, just like in that movie. They'll find one of your cousins that married into somebody, that married into somebody, that married into somebody till you don't even know how you kin to them. They'll use those suckers to try to claim your stuff so that they give it to them. But let me tell you something. I've been putting my paperwork down. But I got to get a parish credit, Mr. Waldo. They worked and did their stuff. But I still got to fight with some people that I don't even know who the cemetery board is. A bunch of volunteers you got to fight. Who's somebody that gave power. And how many of them are linked to these tribes? That's the same thing I told you, like with Vital Records. Vital Records was determining who you were. Now the cemetery boards can determine if it's yours or not.
Yep. Make you fight for it, even if it is yours. That's how you fighting for your own stuff. And I mean a real fight too.
Like I say, watch that movie.
That is spooky.
Well, I said a movie, but it's a documentary. Let me change that from a
Yeah,
movie.
it's a good one.
I'm changing from a
That's a
movie.
good one.
It's the real people and it's a documentary. Because movies, people be making up little stuff. These people telling you what happened to them in the past, what's still happening. And I heard that old lady say they were Indians. Did you hear that part, Mr. Waldo? She said, our tribe
Mm-hmm.
been fighting. You know, you got little tribes and big tribes. Let me do this for y'all. The word tribe only means family. Are y'all with me? So then you got your small family tribal groups, which we call clans. But that's like in the Bible, the house of Jacob, the house of Israel. You understand, Mr. Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
That's the house of who born from them grandparents. And that's their blessings and inheritance from their people. So how can someone pass a law to take your blessing? How can someone go and put intellectual property on the herbs that been on this earth that the Indians have never had someone with intellectual property on that stuff? When you say herb, man, that's all foods. That's greens. That's cabbage. That's peas. That's carrot. That's corn.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's everything.
That's a back door to them having intellectual property over the food that you eat. Do they think they that crazy? We're going to let them get on intellectual property over the food?
So they can feed you bugs.
And they ain't healthy. Y'all see that back door?
I think that's that karma coming to get them now.
It's time we go to our chat rooms. Start digging more in this. J-Mar, I know I don't have to tell you, you're going to really dig into this. And I know you're going to get Ishmael and Phoenix to see where I'm coming from. And I know Phoenix going to come and see what we were talking about tonight. Do y'all understand? This is serious. J. Moore, are you
Very,
still there?
very serious.
Yes, ma'am.
When they say herbs, onions, garlic, all of that, celery, these people are asking to dominate. Do you know if the white people in America know what these suckers trying to pull? How many of them will be on our side? Because they don't want nobody to have the control of their food chain, talking about American Indian intellectual property. But even our white friends don't know this junk is happening. Can y'all see someone controlling the food? Everywhere you got mountains everywhere. So that means they're gonna control majority of Southeast United States and then some. They're going beyond a reservation line. They are now doing to us again what didn't happen to us in the past, Mr. Waldo.
And they sure are. And loving it.
Because they are in control with the politicians that's helping them to do it.
Yeah, they actually think they can get away with it. That's what gets it for me is the boldness of it all. They swear they can pull this trick off. And we just gonna sit there and watch it. I guess is what they thought. I'm not exactly sure.
Yes, we can place articles in newspaper. We need to talk to our churches, families, everybody.
Like you said, what?
That these
Thanksgiving
tribes that
coming
was
up?
organized in 1944 got their recognition through Nixon in the 70s. They have turned around and came up with a way to take over America. Talking about they are the real indigenous people.
With no proof.
They the political recognized American indigenous people. That's like in a fantasy book, but their fantasy operates every day with lobbyists and the money that we help them to get. Tell me what y'all think about the meal tonight. No, we can't allow history to repeat. What you say, J. Mark?
It was a heavy meal, sticking to the bones. Heavy meal.
Stick to your ribs.
We have to make this known. We can be the best advertisers to getting this word out through your Facebook page, your social media. We should keep talking about it. Night Child say they full. Night Child, you ain't full yet. We just getting started. You're gonna have to go walk that down and come back and get some more. Cause this is real.
The itis around here. Somebody gonna be the itis.
Okay, the one with the second food. Y'all ready to educate the social media on the biggest crisis that's facing us now? We have to fight this the legal way. You hear me, Mr. Waldo?
Mm-hmm.
What's bad, the legal way ain't never always in our favor. But I just got a feeling, like you said, Mr. Waldo, the ancestors got this one.
They talking.
They need us to stand up. We got 102 people in the room. There were no phone call, no pre-warning, and we got 102 people in the room. So y'all done spread the word fast enough that 102 people know we in the room. Do y'all know that 102 people can go each one, Mr. Waldo, tell 10. 10. Look at our numbers. And tell them 10 to tell 10 more. Yeah, there is a sacrifice. Matter of fact, it's
Oh,
more
yeah,
than just a
now.
sacrifice. It's hurt. I understand you need that Coca-Cola with ice. Yeah, and I got mine.
Tasha. Nobody got to wait and see the chat, man.
Y'all, this is a big one. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Sunflower, you're using Phoenix word there. Too much candy for the dollar. Yeah. Yes, I like that saying when she said it. It's true. This is too much candy for the dollar. Too much gumbo and everything else. Yes, the pen is mightier than the sword. But you know, they used to keep us in darkness, Mr. Waldo. We now have a little light, enough to see and feel our way through without falling in a hole. Look, without falling in a hole.
Mm-hmm. At least we can see each other. They had us where we couldn't see each other.
And Son, Spirit, I'm with you. The righteous shall prevail. We need paperwork. We need a strong argument. And we got a battle from state to state to prove that these people is trying to take over the country from the inside. What I'm meaning by this, if they do this, they're violating the treaties on us. On us. But they got themselves in and trying to block us out. That's like, I'm in, close the doors. They was going to close the door on them state or recognize people like Homer who had been helping them. They were finna kick them out the door today. Somebody must have went and told them, wait, we ain't gonna have no numbers if we keep kicking everybody out. Y'all have numbers in every state for their monopoly to work. I want to see y'all put the word monopoly because that's what it is.
You know, into that monopoly, I saw something where they was bringing up the fact that, you know, the statement how only an Indian tribe can recognize another Indian tribe. But in that statement, I don't hear it saying Indian tribes can now keep other people seeking recognition away, right?
That's correct.
It's like they took the juxtaposed position to that statement and flipped it on its head and now saying, you can't be in it, you can't be in it, when really their position is supposed to be them accepting another Indian tribe, not denying one.
But they've been working so hard to deny us from the beginning. And we have not had a fair hearing. And that's one thing we need, is a hearing of the Indians of dark color. And we're going to use the word dark color, not copper color, none of that. Dark color. Dr. King was fighting for the dark colored Indians.
My question is this.
I mean, you get me on me. I got a headache behind this jump.
Who recognize these people?
They friends and families and politicians.
Well, see now, because doesn't that mean that they haven't been recognized by another Indian?
That's right. But they wasn't. They being recognized by the BIA. You are right. People been playing checkers and chess. Evans, you're right. And they playing Monopoly. That's why we ain't in the game. We on the checkerboard and the chessboard. Wait, let me make y'all laugh. Mr. Waldo, y'all hold 1 minute. Narina took her glasses off and can't see the move. I really have to laugh at that one. Now, girl, where did you put them glasses? See, y'all get a whole comedy hour with us. Don't go nowhere. She can't go nowhere without them daggone.
Because I can read the phone. But
Tell me she can read the phone. Well, don't you walk on the glasses because we're going to hear crunch.
Got him.
Okay, she got it. Yeah, crunch. Mr. Waldo loved that. I told y'all, y'all even get a good laugh over here with us. Yes, yes. That's right, Indian jazz, dark like chocolate. And we may need Spain and everybody else on this. But they not gonna get away with this.
That Spanish map gonna hurt them.
We fighting back.
That's gonna hurt them. That's gonna hurt them.
These people think they slick. They trying to control everything. They took the reservation. They get all of the treats and trinkets for to be on the reservation. Now they want to control us off the reservation.
Damn dog.
So J Moore, that's why I wanted you to come on. Indian Jazz, how was your meal? I needed you, J Moore, because we got a lot of homework.
Oh, I'm up for it. I like digging.
We're gonna have to turn this back around on them. They need to prove how they got where they're at. Because the law was not justly served to all Indians when they did their reinstatement and reorganizing. I'm glad you're full, Sunflower. I'm full too. This junk give you a headache. And the country is allowing them to continue doing these things. We have to come together. Solidarity. Got to put our heads together. We some smart people. We have survived all of the tricks that they have pulled. We have survived all of the oppression that they have threw on us. We have survived all the lies. I had some people the other day, I don't even know the man's real name, don't know where he lived. And he was like, Chief Warhorse trying to take our cemetery. Chief this. The cemetery says Parker. You understand, Mr. Waldo? Parker.
No, he said Maurice Roberts.
They come up with a Maurice Roberts. Y'all saw the newspaper article? They get people look like you to stir your community up so that you don't have strength. This fool, I don't even know where he come from. He goes, I'm gonna prove she's not an Indian on this page. I was over there cracking up laughing. He can't prove who he is, let no prove what I'm not.
But you was right, he did. They wanted him to come in and stir up everybody to try to separate the family, but it didn't work.
Nope, every so many years they try this junk. Yeah, it must be too much salt in the gumbo. They say their head hurting, Mr. Waldo. Too much salt in the gumbo tonight. No, it's something for y'all to think on, though.
Better get an aspirin and get ready, because it gets
Mr. Waldo said you better get an aspirin and get ready. I'm getting all leave, Mr. Waldo.
You're gonna have to get something, because it ain't over with. It's just a start. It's ain't even in the middle.
We just delivering it to y'all tonight.
Yeah.
You gotta sleep with this, think on this, get into your research mode.
Yeah, because it's a fight now.
And if they can find your cemetery and they think they can mark it as about a law, if they find that they can say it is not marked properly or whatever.
Yep, call it abandoned.
They can call it abandoned and take it. I'm so glad I have paperwork, Mr. Waldo, because I'll go all the way to Supreme Court with mine. And I want y'all to be able to say the same thing.
They come up with a pretty nasty little fight behind that cemetery, too.
When they saw it was an Indian burial, huh?
Yeah, they flipped out. And then that's going to tie back to that thing over there at the camp. Starting to get a whole picture of this mess now. All the way back to...
Y'all see what J Moore said? I'm with you, J Moore. Research mode activated. That's me, too. I'm going to have to be one of these super characters right now. Fighting. Put on my capes and let the hair fly in the wind while I'm out there fighting them. Yes, the war horse. I'm going to be warring on this one. I'm going to be in the legislative meetings and everywhere else I can around here in Louisiana. Asking questions. Mr. Waldo will tell you, I've been doing it to the point. But what I didn't know was about these laws. When I went to pulling them laws up, I said, oh no, Mr. Waldo, this here ain't no local thing. This here is a national thing.
Remember when they tried to take Atlanta not too long ago? They trying to claim all kind of stuff they don't got a right to.
You gonna claim my trees that's in my yard?
Mm. They gonna claim the ground that your folks is buried in. That's crazy.
Well, y'all heard it from
And
me.
you know, and you know how I feel about them cemeteries.
Yeah, Amy say, J-Mar, that you is a, what she say, soup chef, whatever it is. What that is she be calling Miss Wanda? She call you.
Yes, that's sushi.
Yeah. Well, y'all got a good one because he read it to y'all. That's right, DeVito. The bloodhound is on the case. J-Mar, you see that? They counting on you. You see that, huh? We gotta fight back. We need to write letters. We got people like the governor of Oklahoma not gonna believe in this junk because he's not gonna let them take his state. Get people to register to vote.
Yeah, you playing hardball with these people, boy. You got them on TV whining now.
Everybody not gonna fall for this. The only way it can pass is we don't educate the public. And we gonna tell. We gonna tell the world.
We gotta educate these people carrying these other people on our back. And we gotta be able to talk around them and through them and over them.
Jazz, I know, baby, you got a lot to process. You're gonna be back eating late at night. I understand. Talking about she ain't have nothing but dressing. She got more than dressing now, Mr. Waldo.
Ooh-wee. If she only knew.
He said, if you only knew, Jazz.
There's a whole lot more than dressing on the plate right now. And we know that.
This show is not about Chief looking pretty. This show is not about Chief looking for members. I know who my members is in my tribe. This show is about helping you and my tribe better learn and connect and use our power of the vote and knowledge to help everybody we come in contact with. We should be an impact wherever we go.
Yeah, Tasha, we need to talk to you.
Y'all listening at me? Okay, breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, and supper, Mr. Waldo.
And we need to talk to Tasha, baby.
All right, we're going to talk to Tasha. You get Tasha number.
Yeah, we gonna need to talk to Tasha. Mm-hmm.
We need to start looking.
We need a little closer set of eyeballs on what's going on. Because you remember how they went up to Washington and spent a whole week up there, had us wondering what they was doing. They'll sneak up there and start some mess. And by the time we find out about it, they think they got the ball and running.
Let me make y'all laugh about my paperwork. Mr. Waldo, I tell you, my paperwork straight. They can't say nothing. But if somebody don't have some of the paperwork like I have, Mr. Waldo, oh, Lord.
Yeah, they pulled that trick.
Y'all better get your paperwork.
They would have pulled that trick. There would have been nothing you could have done to stop them.
Nope. And even when they went to get a person of color to try to help him, have to set him up. He can't find no papers either, huh?
He was the first one to try to get stupid. And then come these other folks following in close behind him. Remember how fast it all went? And then yesterday, we seen a dirty little game being played out in front of us.
Okay, I think Phoenix hired Indian Jazz because she now the internet appointed agent, Mr. Waldo. Go for it. Yes, get the word out. Phoenix says she the constable. Now
Mm,
Jazz is the Indian agent, self-appointed.
mm.
Self-appointed. She self-identified as. You're right, Night Child. That's what they're doing. They don't want you to find out who you are. That's right. I like that one. Have a paperwork party. hmm When people eating in the family for Thanksgiving, ask them, are we eating really in Thanksgiving or are we eating in day taking? Because I think it's on day taking day. I don't think there's no Thanksgiving. That was day taking day. And they back again to take some more.
They never left. They never left.
You mess around with these people, they're trying to take Thanksgiving and make that.
I like that. Black Wolf, they done woke up some sleeping giants. That's right. We gotta watch what's being put
Wait a
up for
minute.
vote in
Actually,
Washington.
hold on, Chief. Hold on. Actually, what J. Mar just said, although it might be a stretch, they done show good under that law.
Do what?
J. Mar said they could take Thanksgiving.
They can. Have you around here can't eat corn?
That's too much power in one damn law and in one group of people. So see, now even the so-called Caucasian folks ain't gonna enjoy this.
That's why they need to know what them suckers trying to pull.
Yeah, that's gonna be most distasteful to them because they already think they under attack anyway.
You better believe these white people in America not gonna let this happen.
Mm-mm.
They think they coming at just us. When you pass that law, that's everybody.
Talking about Pearl River.
I went up the Pearl River the other day. They running the interstate through there. Right slap through their hunting grounds. Over 20-some miles of it.
Arkansas.
Same thing. All these things we see coming is to destroy the evidence of what's in the ground.
Remember there's
Pour
a
concrete on
mound.
it
Wait a
or
minute.
pour slabs over it as a highway. And then you start hearing what you hear in Florida 50 to 100 years from now when the building fell down because of a disaster. They found a grave underneath it or graves. Mr. Waldo, I'm linking with, I did get some good news today. There is a gentleman I talked with. I'll fill you in on the whole ins and outs because I don't want to put that on the internet right now because we can't tell the enemy everything. You understand?
Well, yeah, I know that.
But there's something coming down the pipeline that's going to put me in a better position to address it on this side. Now we're going to have to...
I was sitting here last night after we got through talking, and Wrightsville came up in my mind again. And if I remember correctly, they want to bring that highway through Wrightsville. Ain't that what you was telling me?
That's right. And you know that cemetery sitting right up the road.
I was just going to say that. I was just sweet home.
Well, they have one in Wrightsville, too.
Well, I don't think about that one in Sweet Home.
And the one in Wrightsville, they know it's an Indian cemetery, too.
See, these folks are dirty, boy. And you best believe they gonna plan them cemeteries and run right over them two things.
Oh, they are trying that. This is a disconnect with you and your DNA in the soil. You got that, J-Mar? Cut you off from your ancestors and your burials.
Yeah, because then they could connect you with the DNA from the people who come out the ground, not these people over here less than 25 years old. Because in Africa, the majority of the population is 25 years old and younger. They giving you a DNA test saying you connect to them people. But they ain't testing them people coming out that ground. This law, as J. Mar just read it, would make sure that they would never test them people come out that ground against you.
Okay, now, the Monopoly game, you're correct. You know, it's about dice, money, It's actually gambling, Mr. Waldo, to own everything. And they running that.
Like they run the casinos.
You don't do it where
They
they
in
won't go
control.
straight to
But we
jail.
we can beat them now.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't all powerful. We can beat them. There's some cracks in their armor. The one crack in their armor is that they don't have no proof to who they are. And the more we start solidifying our proof to who we are, the less likely they're going to be able to come back and take that. Because they will take your family. They'll take your history. They'll take your genealogy. They did that during the Dawes Convention.
What people got to do is stop, like they was going to the motherland and something in Africa. They got to go back to their grandmother's land and hit them papers and records and
That's
connect
right.
stuff.
That's the only place you're going to ever find the truth is in your family. I don't care what nobody says. That cemetery is the truth. That's the reason for protecting it, because it is the truth. But that's your last connection to what the truth really is.
And what I'm liking about the white people that's in the communities around the cemetery and in this parish, a lot of them, they're going to stick with me. And y'all got to get white allies too to stick with you. Because they're going to vote and they know who to call. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Waldo?
Boy, don't they know who to call. And they call people you wouldn't expect them to call.
That's right.
Even the ones working against it. Because you know you got to be careful for them smile in the face people.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that song? Smile in your face?
That's right.
All the time trying to take your place? The backstabbers?
Uh-huh. And the song specifically say trying to take your place.
Mm-hmm. That's why I brought that up. Because that fits right there in the conversation that we having right now. Because we talking about people trying to take our place. Smiling in our face.
No, that's what they doing, trying to keep us from an entry. They know we coming with papers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So
That
they
scares the mess out of them, too.
And you know, the ones that's really making them scared, guys, why I came on here with you all tonight is y'all. We done shook the country up.
I'm trying to tell you, ran the scoreboard on them. Ran the scoreboard on them. We took this. We done talk so good and so smooth that we done started making change everybody else's history.
That's right.
Right along with correcting our history, a lot of other people's getting their history corrected too. These conversations is having impact, just like this show has an impact. And we might not see it all in the collective. We see it on our individual capacities, but I guarantee you, as a collective, it's having an impact and you can feel it. Look at them running to change these laws again.
That's right.
Every time we get on their head just right, they run to go try to change the
That's
law.
right. I see somebody say Alabama too. Yeah, Alabama. They after we can't leave y'all out. They trying to get the mound, turn it to a casino, move stuff from Moundville, take it to Oklahoma. They done built a fake mound in Oklahoma, so they need stuff from down here to put in their fake mound. Now, this is what I want to tell y'all. They can get them fake mounds, but we need to let the tourists know that junk is fake. It's stolen. It been transported. They transporting humans. Talking about protecting them. How you protecting something when you're trying to take it to a place where those people didn't want an Indian removal and was never a part of an Indian removal, and you want to remove bodies. You want to remove the artifacts. Y'all understand? This is sad. And the reason I wanted J Mar to come on and read it, not because she don't know how to read, I read a lot. I want y'all to have witness. I promise y'all, you're supposed to have witness. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Waldo?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't take no one person word. You need a witness.
One to speak and one to interpret.
You can't just go away and say, well, I didn't hear. You did if you was on here. We're not having We ain't going into a God. Is he a God, not a God? I believe in a God, a creator. And he create everybody. But he ain't create nobody greater than the other. I'm telling you, if y'all don't believe in a God, y'all in trouble. There have to be a high being that done brought my people this far. Through all of what we've been through. But we ain't gonna get over here and argue over is it a God or is it not a God. You individually in America have a right to choose what you believe in.
Yep.
Right now, we're not gonna sidetrack this issue to if it is a God or not a God. Because it is one. Because it was the spirit that got me to come to tell y'all tonight. You can argue in the chat rooms all you want. These people finna gag out of your mouth.
That social media getting too hot for them, baby. But that just means it's time to move to a bigger playing field. You're right. We're not gonna end up taking these folks into that courthouse.
I understand he talking about Hebrew Israelite stuff, but we gotta be specific. Because if we leave a door open in our chat, they're gonna send somebody. Mr. Waldo been seeing what's been going on with me. I've been letting him just be right in the middle. I even let him get into the backroom stuff. I uploaded so he can see it. So that when I come to y'all, I got Mr. Waldo as a witness to what I'm telling you too. I showed Mr. Waldo something the other night. He said, I can't sleep, Chief. I just don't want to go into it right now. It's just that deep.
No, leave that alone.
It's just that deep.
Yeah, that unnerves me. I ain't gonna even lie. I told you then, and it still unnerves me.
It jumped so rough, I can't even show it on my show. If I show what I showed Mr. Waldo on my show, y'all won't get off of here. That'll be not just your stomach hurting. I'm gonna be the overfed, your stomach gonna explode. Baby, y'all, let's don't pick with if it's a God, what religion, right? I understand that Hebrew Israelite stuff. The people got their butt whipped the other day. We ain't gotta worry about that. They got their butt whipped by some people that come from crossover on the other side.
I'm always say that that's a personal thing that everybody has to decide and deal with on their own.
Personal, I tell people you have a personal relationship with God.
That's right. That's not part of the conversation. The conversation is about these laws and what they're doing to us with these laws.
J. Moore, you laughing because they got their butt whipped you in Sunflower? Because Mr. Waldo sent me that and it was funny.
Y'all was cracking up.
Well, they cracking up right now. It was funny. Oh, everybody laughing, Mr. Waldo. And y'all know I ain't even in the chat room, but every now and then Mr. Waldo send me something funny that didn't happen out there. That was funny.
They're allergic to pole right now. You show them a flagpole, they're going to break out in the eyes.
Some of the same ones, some of the Hebrew Israelites, look at they got their butt whipped the other day. They're going to get their butt whipped some more. Why I'm saying it? Because they're causing division too.
Big league. And collecting a good amount of money out of it.
And what I told you I feel about that, if somebody dumb enough to give them 20% of their income, that's them. You know, I don't have time to go tell that person. You could take that money and put it into a scholarship fund for your child to go to college.
It make no sense. Go start stocking up for when they turn off the food supply.
Yeah.
And that's what they finna do. College education or not, when you ain't eating it, don't make
I'm
no
the
difference.
only person on here that's achieved that deal with issues that have me before the government on regular basis, and Mr. Waldo know that. And I'm telling y'all, if certain things wasn't in order, and it still don't eliminate the fight, the battles, and the frustration and the headaches. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Waldo? I'm telling y'all, if you ain't got yourself together, it does no good to say your grandma Indian, your grandpa, your great-great-grandma, or nothing. If you don't hurry up and go get your papers and get to that cemetery and protect it. I am inviting a guest on, Mr. Waldo, that I did talk to today. So I can get people to understand the seriousness of protecting the burials. There's a seriousness to this, y'all. I'm gonna do y'all like I do with my kids now. Don't make me start fussing up in here. I want y'all to take this serious. You know, I used to tell my kids when they was young adults, because prior to them getting grown, I knew where they was. But I still tell them, your best protection for yourself is watch yourself, who you with, who you're talking to. And I'm going to tell you all, watch who you're giving your information to. Go do your own genealogy. Don't give it to nobody. Go do it yourself.
No new friends. Rule number 1, no new friends.
You're talking to a chief that's struggling the fight that have blocked you. I'm not out there trying to put no Indian chief kits out. Ain't number one chief in this tribe. I have AIDS, Chief AIDS. It's my job to go to the government and see what in the heck they got going on and come back to my people. Mr. Waldo will tell you I took and held a meeting in the cemetery. It's about like Hatfields and McCoy.
No, I was fixing to say you had a meeting in a battleground. Who would have known that was going to be the first shot in this little skirmish stuff? We was looking at it on one side, and then it done blew up into something completely different.
And then by the time we got through researching a little bit and getting some information, we found out it's not just Louisiana, it's across the United States.
Yeah.
Unclaimed, unidentified, unmarked graves. And you know, the law does not say Indians have to mark their graves.
They hunting these cemeteries, though. They ain't just...
I had a person tell me that today. Told me, this gentleman I talked to works pretty high up. He's getting some laws. He's working to get laws together to protect what we're talking about. Okay, Mr. Waldo? And I told him, I said, man, I thought I was going to have to do this by myself from the ground up. He said, no. Mr. Waldo, that was the person that Jeannie told me about yesterday.
Oh, you got a hold to him?
He called me.
He called you?
Yes.
Oh, how interesting that conversation.
It was very interesting.
Who brought him down there?
No, he called me.
I'm talking about yesterday.
Nope, he said it wasn't him. That was his understudy.
Oh, okay.
But I was telling y'all just now, I'm going to bring this person on my show.
You gonna bring him? Oh, that's who you talking about putting on the show?
I'm bringing him on the show.
When?
Well, right now he was out of town when he called me, but he do know the how can I say, the urgency of protecting people of color burials.
Okay.
And Indian burials and mounds. So God is blessing us to get some people.
Your enemy will be your footstool?
Yes. That's saying what you are doing is right. And then hopefully, y'all, we're going to be coming back to you later next week. Because Tom is back from Rome with a report for us.
Okay? See, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh, no. We can have...
I see who you got. I see who you got now. But that's when you first mentioned. That's what I was thinking about was Tom and what he had to say.
So he's back. The Pope,
I didn't know you got a hold
the Pope really have officially denounced the doctrine of discovery. I told y'all I wasn't through Indian jazz, so I'm going into it. Now, what we have to do as people in America is bring that to the attention of our elected officials, the unjust law that we lived under. And we got to use that against them Indians that's trying to hold us down and gag us. Y'all with me? I'm gathering ingredients. I just don't want to say how the dish coming out till I gather ingredients, Mr. Waldo.
You got the right one so far.
Before they start putting intellectual properties.
Yeah.
I need y'all to get on this internet and burn it up. Black people, white people, whoever pays, get the word out. Go read that doggone intellectual property. And it's up to you all to help them understand what the intellectual property is. Your food, your seasoning, your medicine. I know you're with me, not against me. If you wasn't with me, you wouldn't be on here. All right, media? Y'all don't understand. My voice sound mean. But I love it. It's better to have me on your side than not on your side, though.
Your voice don't sound mean either. I don't know where you made that up from.
Listen, that narrator authority.
It can be whatever. It ain't never sounded mean.
It don't sound
I
mean?
mean,
Okay.
you know, the truth is the truth, but how can the truth be mean?
I don't know, because I
I'll
be fussing at people for the good reason.
Some of them people need to be fussed at.
Some
I
of them
kind of
do. You're
enjoy
right
it every
about
now
that.
and then too.
But anyway, if y'all notice, our title
That
was
don't make
Let's
you
Talk.
mean.
And I want y'all to talk back to me. I say, let's talk.
Hey, we can fight and laugh at the same time.
I am laughing because I'm going to laugh all the way through this fight. I do not cry in a fight. I'm going to be laughing all the way. Slapping them all upside their head with legal papers.
Washing their head bounce from side to side. Did that hurt you?
J-Ma, you're right. The truth not nice. That's the part they don't like.
Did that hurt? I'm so sorry.
Mr. Waldo, you know you heard that lady
Papa
tell.
doesn't.
You know you heard Jeannie tell me one day, can Noreen talk for you because her voice is so. They be running from my voice around here, y'all. I know it's a voice of authority, and it's a blessing to have this voice because it's very unique. And I don't have to
Better than
get,
having G's voice.
but her voice is unique.
Yeah.
It's unique, but it's better than having her voice.
Okay, they say they need them documents. Evans is saying she need them documents. She gonna be ready to fight. I guess she gonna be the internet attorney. She must be gonna be the prosecutor, along with Phoenix.
I'm saying we need to talk to her.
All right.
She
J. Marty
sure
wants you to post the link again. Y'all get to them links. Y'all go watch that documentary. Y'all also go read intellectual properties. Y'all also, we get a lot of good announcements from Indian country on here, don't we, Mr. Waldo? Mr. Waldo also had brought to our attention that the Cherokee chief met with the Freedmans. Boy, that's a good one right there.
He found that black grandma we've been talking about. And I think he actually glad about it.
We just have to educate. What they're trying to do is unlawful. Nobody can have intellectual property on the food like this now. Come on. Nobody can have intellectual property on our grandparents.
Yeah, that's kind of cold. Gonna take them out the cemetery like
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Now I watch them people that look like us but ain't us. Skin might look like ours, but their mindset is not.
Smile in your face all the time.
Thank you, Jazz, for the voice. I was the kid with the heavy voice, and everybody else had the little voice, and my voice was just ring out, Jazz. Oh,
I tell you, we can laugh and fight at the same time.
Yes.
Oh,
It ain't hard.
y'all gotta give thanks to Indian Jazz. She begged for some food so much. Mr. Waldo and I do not like anybody begging for no food. Somebody hungry, so I have to come on out and feed Jazz, y'all. And we glad that we had a nice banquet with Jazz and 23 people. All right. I'm gonna let y'all rest because we got stuff gonna be coming for you. I know I'm waiting to talk.
About? Hold on. What are you talking about, Jazz?
Jazz can put something on there on misclassifying people of North America.
Yeah, she said she got a meal for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
We like good food.
Yes, we
You don't
do.
always have to cook. Hey, don't always have to
No,
cook. Y'all can
that's
invite us
called
over. Hey, you
potluck.
can invite, wait a minute. You can invite us over for dinner sometime.
Yes, she brought potluck to the table.
Yeah.
Yes, please sign the petition, y'all, and share the petition.
I'll bring my own napkin.
Okay,
Wipe
y'all.
my
Let's.
own mouth
All
with
right, Jazzy's name, Mr. Waldo, is Indian Agent
Yeah,
Gator.
Gator.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
Gator.
I
Down here,
know who
look,
Gator
down
is.
here in this swamp, a gator ain't nothing nice.
Yeah, I know who Gator is.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get fed. I like free food too. And if I ain't got to cook it, I'm going to enjoy it.
But I want to tell y'all, we are like 400 and some people from hitting 10,000. If y'all know somebody that haven't came over and subscribed, but if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so we can go on and hit that 10,000. Now, Mr. Waldo,
Mm-hmm.
10,000 people can reach 100,000 real quick.
And all you got to do is open up that mouth.
I want
Not in the neighbor's mouth.
I know y'all gonna have your after party tonight. Make sure your discussion at the after party has a little bit served up on this doggone illegal gag order by the name of intellectual properties.
Mm.
And if you translate intellectual property, it will sound like this. White man think black people and
Don't
Indians
do
crazy.
I ain't gonna do it.
Nope. White man is like Tom Ackland. Stupid. If you think you're gonna shut my mouth, I have not seen anyone shut Chief Warhorse up if she don't want to be shut up. Y'all know that by now. They ain't got a chief up there can shut me up.
Mm.
I would like for him to sit in on a round table with me. Because I got some questions. I need some answers.
Boy, who you telling?
But
Okay.
I would like for when they come to check out what we left for leftover, I would like for them to know this. What we cooking over here, baby, you can't cook it nor serve it. We don't season the pot the same.
Okay.
But if you think you're going to shut us up with an intellectual property using a white man's legal law against us like the Jim Crow law, then you crazy. We don't talk like this. We did not come out of hole and we not in hole now. That's the way you got to understand, because that is the way they talk. So since we don't talk like we ignorant, we not in here.
Mm. Mm.
Don't make me laugh. Blonde hair, blue eye, pointy nose. White people.
Not the nose.
And I'm not saying it as a racist thing. Stop calling yourself brown and colored. Go look in the mirror.
Mm.
Otherwise, you don't know what dark is.
Ain't a car tar in the group.
Man, they call themselves dark people and the colored people. They are colored, like that comedian say. Y'all know the one where the comedian say, when, you know,
Blue.
they turn red, blue, purple, all them colors. That is colored people. I agree with that.
Buddy.
But we are the color. We don't go through all these transformations of color within our lifetime. Okay?
But it is funny to watch them.
You gotta ask, is they pink right now? Oh no.
They're like chameleons.
Yeah.
They just blend into the background.
Oh no, his ears is red. No, we just who we are.
Mm.
And we need to have fun and laugh at them so they understand. The same hole you digging for us. Here's my message. You better dig too.
Mm.
The old saying amongst us is y'all don't have the old sayings we have. Let me share one with you. You better dig too. Because the hole you digging for us, you gonna fall in it. Anytime somebody's stupid, I gotta say this one, Mr. Waldo. Anytime somebody's so stupid, you live in one state and got 49 license plates, you know you're stupid.
Nope. Nope. Only 3 of them count.
Mr. Waldo said only 3 out the 49 count.
Yeah, you get 4. You get 4.
Y'all hear that? You get 4 licenses in Oklahoma.
You get 4
You
licenses.
drive 4 miles and get out your car and ask your auntie to pick you up. Cross you through that group. Then you gotta have a cousin to pick you up on the other side. If not, you pay $245 for a ticket.
Yep.
Because they all want to be a big nation in one state. Y'all think we're gonna let them people lead us when they that stupid to put themselves in prison within the boundary of Oklahoma?
And the government helps you stay there.
And people laughing at them putting themselves in this here prison. Did y'all hear what I said? If y'all heard me with these license plates, they got about 49 of them, only 4 work. Put that on there. 49 license plates in Oklahoma, only 4 of them work.
Yeah, that's pretty good there, boy.
Yeah, they look like uncooked sausage, but you gotta watch what kind of sausage it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them patties that don't have no blood in
You know, the veggie sausage.
it. Yeah, veggie sausage, Mr. Waldo say. So this is what they have to do. They need to go find out who they really are before they dig a ditch. That when they get the law passed, our paperwork be so straight and we get some of these other countries on our side to speak for us who they saw. Then we come back in the same judgment that they put on us. They gotta fall under.
Yep, it goes right back on them. And the way they fight now, fight for us.
With they 49 license plates in one state.
Mm-hmm. In a way, if you look at it, they fight for us.
Sunflower say that sweet potato sausage.
Don't start.
With eggplant, look, with eggplant. Y'all, there's a link. Wait, there's a link.
I knew you were going to do it.
Mr. Waldo knew I was going there. He said
Don't start.
there was a link. The other night, and I was thinking about, we was talking about Tom Ackland's gumbo, and I told Mr. Waldo I saw some people cooking off a page that had something like that gumbo, and black people going over there cooking that stuff. I sent that to Mr. Waldo, and he was cracking up. Me and him was up for about 2 hours and eating, looking at that food, just dying laughing. We got to share that page with y'all too. I think that's where Tom got that daggone crumbo from.
All them ramen noodles.
The ramen noodles cookbook. Boy, did we laugh at that. I'll make sure Mr. Waldo get y'all that link. Y'all need to post it. That's I feel about that cookbook, Mr. Waldo, like I feel about this fight. The proof is in the food.
Boy. I don't know who's gonna eat some of that stuff.
Them people over there can't sing, can't cook. Just look at them. All got they can't dress because all of them got the same dress code. Eggplant seafood ball. I like that, Jazz. With eggplant sausage. So we're gonna laugh our way through this one. I hope y'all enjoyed this whole night. I did. And y'all know what? We're gonna keep laughing. Now y'all gonna have your after party. Get your strategy together on how we're gonna get this word out.
Yeah, meet over there on fan base. Y'all know where at.
You, Mr. Waldo, so y'all going on over the fan base.
They know the address. Don't worry. I've been to the house many times. That's
right. Somebody said we ain't got time to. We ain't finna have no religious fights over here. That's right now. That's the distraction.
Yeah, that's a waste of time.
Yep, we dealing with the issue over here. If you ain't on the issue, you better learn about the issue. Okay. You're welcome, Paradise. Now, what I want y'all to do is get a good night rest after your party, your after party. Thank you, J. Mar, for being here with me, and Mr. Waldo.
I'm going straight to fan base.
I know you're going to have fun. You can go serve that cookbook up over there in fan base. Mr. Waldo bringing y'all that book. Me and him was looking at that cookbook. We don't want none of that in this kitchen. That's the stuff you won't get over here. But that's the stuff they've been serving on the internet, Mr. Waldo. Salon.
And you can see what it look like.
Yeah. We got the good stuff. So the serious thing, I want y'all to realize, I was laughing, but really, Oklahoma got a whole lot of license plates. Like how many, Mr. Waldo? But really only 4 can get you
There's
somewhere.
39. There's 39 tribes in Oklahoma. Only 3 tribes get to use their license plates in the state. The other tribes can only use their license plates on their reservation land. But the Choctaws, the Chickasaws, and the Cherokee, they go wherever they want to on their tags.
Now, just stop and think, y'all. Over here, y'all get it from on the reservation and off the reservation news. Now, you get the United States BIA Indian news, and you get our news, who was left out, okay? Now, here's this. Y'all figure this out in your after party. What sense do it make to have 39 tribes, only 4 of them, well, 3 of them can go anywhere, and the only other license plate can go anywhere is the Oklahoma license plate? Common sense would tell me just buy the Oklahoma license plate. Pay tax on the road. These fools don't want to pay tax to the state, but they want to ride on the road. So since they don't want to pay tax, they got to stay within their boundary.
Yep, that's the basics of it.
Now they trying to make us follow ignorant people. There's another saying, they don't understand that one either. If the blind lead the blind, they both fall in the ditch. Them sapsuckers is blind. They can't lead me nowhere.
And they on their way to falling in a hole.
Well, they came out of the hole, they need to fall back in it.
Mm-hmm. That's what they doing. If the blind lead the blind, mean everybody fall in the hole, guess where they going?
That's what we just said, Evans. If they outside their jurisdiction, they gotta pay $245.
$45.
Put that on there, $245, Evans.
That sure is it.
Now these fools done put themselves in a small box. They don't have no freedom.
Nation, if you in Creek Nation and you drive over to Seminole Nation, which is right down the road, you illegal.
Yeah, Sunflower, you're right. They blind in one eye and can't see out the other one. That other one is a glass eye. It's fake. Like them.
They blind in both eyes.
Yeah, it's fake. That's a fake eye. That's called a glass eye.
They run on AI.
You can't see nothing with a glass eye. It's just there to fool you or to make you look like you can see.
And still blind.
Yep, they still blind. It's a fake eye. It's a glass eye.
These people is crazy.
Somebody said I'll be screaming and flagging people down. I ain't judge y'all. Yeah, back in the hole. Yeah, 245. That's if they leave out their box.
Yep.
Now they trying to pass a law to put us in a box.
That they can't get out of.
No. They're going to be paying a lot of $245. Watch they go overturn that law.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
They got to take that one back, Mr. Walter. That was a mistake.
The Attorney General is siding with the government.
What'd he say? Pay that $245?
Yes, ma'am.
All salutes to the Attorney General. I guess he said, if you're stupid enough to ask for this, you're stupid enough to suffer the consequences.
Now they trying to be Billy Bad Button, go out there on their own and play like they could just do whatever they wanted to do. Now they got their head snatched back. See, that's what the problem was. They thought that they could actually get away with it. And then when they found out they couldn't get away with it, their hair caught fire.
Oh, I see somebody in Oklahoma on here. Okay, Oklahoma, you know I ain't lying on y'all. I had to give y'all a shout out. They're trying to closet y'all in over there. You got to have 39 license plates to get around Oklahoma. That's called a license plate briefcase.
And see, that's the other part of the problem that I ain't heard nobody question yet, because does that mean that they can stop other people, like people with Oklahoma tags, from coming in on their tribal land? No. Where they going in?
Jazz said they made their bed hard. They got to stay in it.
Well, yeah, because that's some consideration. Because now, if you say that I can't go out, that means I'm gonna tell you you can't come in.
Now they want to come out
So
here and
what
try to mess up America? No.
Yep, with that same nonsense. They showing you what they do when they get around something that they think they got.
Well, we're gonna
So they
let
gonna come
you.
out there with that same stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Indian Spirit. They too comfortable in Indian country, and they
Yep.
comfortable on for our funding, our history, our heritage.
Yep,
Yeah, they too comfortable.
way too comfortable. And anything that comes along that upsets their comfort, they don't know how to handle it almost.
Thank you, Evans. I know y'all on it. That's why I brought it to y'all. They got a lot of smart people out there on the internet, but they can't touch our group.
Not even close.
Can't touch us.
And I do believe they know it by now.
We're not dealing with fake information. We're dealing with facts.
Like I say, I think they know it now. They feeling that pressure. And I know that. Got them doing stupid things and making dumb decisions.
So when they come check, they know Phoenix got a team that don't mind getting to Washington.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
we have to keep our eye on that place. You know that function.
we got to keep our eye on Washington. We got to keep an eye on these Tom made up tribes, and oh man, they multiplied during the summer of love.
And you know they always run to Washington when they trying to do something they ain't got no business doing. They gonna run up there and hit them committees and try to get something sent through their committees that they can use.
That's right. Well, we're gonna send peace and love to y'all tonight. Chief fixing to sign off.
Yep, I'm gonna beat up Joseph.
Don't beat Joseph up. That's my friend.
He was in the basket last night, Chief.
What they say? The Royal Blue Spirit took them to Washington, D.C., baby. Y'all are really fun.
Thanks for an interesting evening.
Been very much. Y'all take care. Good night.
I'll talk to you in a little bit, Chief. I'm gonna go over here and see what they stirring up.
All right, good night. Y'all go to your after
All
party.
right,
Have a good time.
It's all good, Chief. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.